Oh, so I'm glad you told me that. Yeah, because even my buddy told me that too. It's your axles.
You replace the axles and it doesn't go away. You're like, guys, what happened?
I know, man. It's killing me right now because I freaking chased everything, bushings, motor mounts, all nut, everything I could. Still the same. Well, it actually got a little bit better. So you can feel that little vibration.
Yeah.
You know, not bad for stock.
And boogies.
Boogies, right? I got a little
we sit low here.
It says super low, right?
I like it.
Yeah. So I like these cars. The way it sits, it's just different.
Man, that fifth gear, you really have to be out there.
That's just cable ones, I tell you, man. It's far out there.
Welcome back to Automotive Anatomy. Today we have Rex. Thank you so much for making the time today, Rex.
Hey, thank you for having me today.
All right, man. Well, what did you bring today?
Today I brought you guys my 1991 Acura Integra DB1 sedan.
Wow, that's a long name.
It's a long name, but you know, people don't understand it sometimes. I'll just, you know, give you the whole spiel.
The whole spiel. And you said this is like your baby, your pride and joy, because you kind of like cars.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Anything with wheels. Anything with wheels. I love them all.
Says he has like 15 cars allegedly.
Yeah, basically.
He's like,
right?
no, I don't have that many. I don't have that many. Well, let's start with you, man. Like, when did you remember thinking I like cars? This is my hobby.
Man, ever since I was a kid, man, I used to just anything with wheels, like I was saying, like when it came to toys, Hot Wheels, you know, like Transformers, like anything that dealt with cars. You know, I used to watch a lot of NASCAR.
NASCAR.
I used to love NASCAR because I used to love all the different colors, the livery.
That's interesting.
You know, and the power. You know, and people say, "Oh, that's boring." I was like, well, to me, it wasn't about the how boring it was. It was just the fact that, the left turn. But I said, it's just the fact of like just the liveries they had all on it. This like every single car had a different.
The cars themselves look pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
They're slam.
Yeah, they're already slammed. They're fast, and they look really cool. And then the drivers back in the day, you just like, man, I want to drive like that guy. You're just like, I used to big Dale Earnhardt fan back in the day. That's why I like black so much. So
interesting. Okay, I see that.
Yeah,
I see that.
so
okay.
there's a little tidbit for a lot of people.
There you go.
Yeah, and my favorite number is 3. So that's.
Kind of makes sense.
It makes all sense, if anything. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So NASCAR, okay.
Yeah, NASCAR kind of started me with this stuff.
But that's American muscle-ish.
Exactly.
So what when you were growing up, what was the kind of like cars that you were into?
Man, back in the day, I did like a lot of American cars because that's all I used to see on TV growing up. You know, back in the 80s, that's all we saw. And like, summer school, you see like these ESPN will show these like car races, and like, oh man, that's pretty cool. That's a different car I never thought of. And yeah, it was funny. I like Chevrolets, I like Fords. I used to like the Mustangs too. But over time, I wanted a Monte Carlo. I wanted a Chevy Monte Carlo. Yeah, I love those. I still love those to this day. But they're out of the price range now, so I can just stick with this and be happy. Yeah.
When did you get introduced to the whole Japanese Honda market?
Again, I grew up in the 90s. I went to high school. I graduated in 92. Yes, I'm old, but these are the cars that were there. You used to see the EFs, of course, you see the DAs, you see the EGs coming out back in the day. I was just like, you couldn't help but like, man, I want one of those. And I went to junior college, it got even worse because everybody's out of high school and they got dope ass cars and everyone's like slamming it, putting wheels. I was like, yo, man. I couldn't get one. I was rocking like a Nissan hardbody back in the day, And
hardbodies are hard, man.
I loved it. I love mini trucks too. That's the thing too. That's still in my heart as well.
Anything with wheels. It goes back to your whole,
And we tried to race trucks back in the day since I couldn't get a car. So we'll just race trucks and everything. We had a little truck crew of trucks we had back in the day. We used to call ourselves Net Sports, new era of truck sports. And people were like, all trucks? It's like, well, I can't afford a Honda. I can't get an Acura because I have parents who don't want me to have one of those. So I just modified my truck as much as possible. Then
were the hard bodies that affordable?
Back in the day, yeah.
Because now they're going up in price.
And the price of what they're going now is what they were going for back in the day. Gotcha. Like $6,000 for a brand new truck. And that was back in 91.
Yeah.
And now they're going for like 8 to 10 G's now.
It's just out too.
Ridiculous, man.
It's like Civics, man.
It's a whole different genre. And I tell people, man, you don't even know. All these 90s cars are all coming back hard.
Yeah.
After COVID, everything just blew up.
Something happened, yeah.
Everything.
Now we appreciate them.
Yeah.
A lot more,
Yeah, we do.
There was a lot of people that like them already, but now it's like, I think the newer generation of people who, I don't know, maybe they came out, they start seeing the support. But it's fun.
And like I said, everyone gets those feels again. Like, everyone who grew up in this generation understands these cars. And then when they sit in again, it just gives them back those feels like, like we were talking about, you know, just remember the memories.
Mm-hmm.
Like who owned the car, or you rode in the car, you got to ride in it, you went to parties in it, did dumb stuff in it too, you know, and I get a lot of that. You know, when people see these cars, oh man, you don't even understand. When I was in high school, my cousin had this. We used to go ditch school, you know, ditch class, and go everyone just cruise, like leave late at night, and it's like that's like to hear those kind of stories.
Yeah.
It gives a reason why that I like these cars even more, is because that's how I feel. You know, like I had a lot of friends who had these cars, and I appreciated them, and I was just like, man, one of these days, man, I'll get one. You know, and then not one, I get like 50 of them. And I said, you know, what happens when your parents say no, guess what? You know what, later on in life, I'm going to get more, because I couldn't get it back then. And I think that's my issue.
It's a good issue to have, man.
It is, you know.
There's worse addictions in life, and we'll take this one. This is a good one for you.
And the
fanciness in this with the automatic seats.
You know?
Be careful with the very bad dips.
Over there? Okay. You know, we scrape
the car is really low.
Oh, yeah, man. I ride like this all the time. People are just like, you're crazy.
It's a very bad dip here.
Oh, okay. Let's go back.
Yeah,
let's go back. Yeah. Yeah, I used to. It's been like this for a while, man.
That reverse. We are in a 90s car.
We're in the 90s car, man.
Oh, that steering wheel's so good.
I like it. It's like a video game. Because when Ray had it, I was like, dude, I need to get one. And it's like, I like it. And I found one. I was like, oh man. Like I said, it's easier to get in and out.
Man, the visibility in this car is great.
Right? I love the fishbowl look. I don't know. People say, I take 10 off. As soon as I see a car, I rip that shit out. I want that 10. I want people to see my car. I'm like, shoot, man. You got something to hide?
Man.
I'm telling you. Go straight over there?
You can make a left.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll go back to the same place where we did the rollers.
Yeah, man. I've been scraping forever.
But, I mean, it's comfortable here, the concrete, so I don't foresee it being super uncomfortable. It's not too bouncy, you know?
Nah.
Once you get in a car, you know it's bouncy right away. Like you just start, you know,
it's bad.
It feels stiff.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah, like I said, it's just a cruiser, you know? It's like I don't need like the craziest of suspensions. I need the craziest of motors. I just want to make sure I get enough pep. Just get me on. It vibrates a little bit. I've been trying to figure out what's going on. I have LSD we put LSD in here, and ever since I put
Does it vibrate on second gear?
Yeah.
Only second gear?
Only second gear.
Your axles.
That's what I'm thinking too.
My buddy told me.
Same thing?
Yeah, because mine only, it does second gear from like $3,000 to maybe 4, if that. And then it goes away. And he told me, he's like, it's the axles, bro.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about doing also, I remember Pinche Enrique was telling me too, he went to a DC setup, the DC midshaft, and used their axles, the DC axles.
Interesting.
He said, yeah, they're stronger than the DA ones. I was like, you know, I've been forgetting to do that, so, that's good that you told me.
Well, that's what somebody told me, you know. Homie Francisco, so, and he knows his car, so. He's like, it took me forever to find what it was until he replaced the axles, and it went away. I'm like, okay.
Oh, even better now. So I'm glad you told me that. Yeah, because even my buddy told me that too. It's your axles.
You replace the axles and it doesn't go away. You're like, guys, what happened?
I know, man. It's killing me right now.
Love that. Yeah. Speaking of community, I mean, you now are kind of the pioneer in San Diego, I would say, of hosting events. You've gone, you know, you've done at least 2 that I've gone to.
Yeah.
And
Appreciate it.
No, thank you for hosting. Thank you for coordinating.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
No, it's a lot.
It's a lot of work because you have vendors, you have food, you have to save the spot, and you're putting it down for San Diego, man. So thank you for doing that for the community.
No, appreciate it.
If you can just remind us of what the events names are called, and just a little bit of like why it got started.
Yeah. So back in December, I had a buddy of mine who, my friend Dean, who does food festivals, and he asked me one time and said, hey man, I need, I'm trying to do a card thing for my food festival. I want to kind of combine it. I said, okay, cool. I said, you think you can help me get like a few cars out there? I said, let me see what I can do. And then I had 2 weeks to do it. And then I said, let's see what's up. And I just started, I personally messaged all my friends who had cars in the local area. I said, yo man, any of you guys can come out and support, this food festival. They want to kind of combine cars and food. And it's like, yeah, cool. And then next thing you know, I had 30 cars.
Oh, wow.
And my friend's like, what the? So you got 30 cars? I mean, it's all my friends, we're down to support.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so he basically let me just like set up everything. So I curated everything, I set up the parking, and next thing you know, he just looked at me, he's like, man, you ever thought about being like an event coordinator? I said, nah, not really. I mean, I've done some events, but I've never like done it like on a, this type of level.
Yeah.
And he said, you should try to do it, because I mean, how you interact with people and get things together, I mean, I think it would be something good. And then I opened up a nonprofit, because my whole thing was basically all the people that I hang out with, we all just were just they're all just transactions. Like a lot of my friends, like, you know, Boogs and all that, and Bernie, Jeremy, all those guys, I've only met those guys for like 2 years plus. People think I have like 10 years, 15 years of history with them. It's like, nah. I said, most of it's just through friends, or most of them are like in transactions, like selling like on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Instagram. And then when we meet up, it's like a 5-minute transaction, but that 5-minute transaction ends up being like a 4-hour conversation, and then all of a sudden you end up leaving with a friend.
Yeah.
You have a relationship, not realizing, man, we know so many people in between. And like, man, I'm surprised we didn't meet each other before. And then all of a sudden now.
Correct.
And that's how my shop became, because now with my shop, those guys I've started with the shop, those are like, again, only 2 years, we only for 2 years, but we have this connection where we take it back to how we were raised. And we all have that commonality of how we were raised back in the day. And I think that's how we got closer. And that's where the whole mental health aspect came about, because we're able to talk about certain things we couldn't back in the day.
Right.
You know, about how we were growing up or how we were raised. And then that's how we all got connected.
That's awesome, man.
It's just, we had cars, and we had this generational trauma we carried. And for some reason, it just spilled over.
Together.
Yeah, it spilled over to like, hey man, where are you going? We're going to a car meet. Hey, let's go pull up at your house. And next thing you know, back in last June, I held a car meet at my house at the cul-de-sac. So
I was loved you.
Yeah, people were saying, so what should we call this? And that day we just messed around and said, what's called Rex Fest? You know, it's our own little take on Week Fest and everything. Because, you know, I know the guys at Week Fest too. I was like, yeah, we'll just mess around. We're not going to do anything serious with this. We're just doing the cul-de-sac. You know, I invited 50 people, 35 people showed up. And I had a vendor out there, and one of my friends, Gigi, she was just cooking food for us. She sold out and had some videographers. At the same time, it was raining. And people still kicked it, and we're just having a good old time, just laughing, enjoying ourselves. It's kind of like, man, this is great.
Yeah.
I like this, you know. I love bringing people together, especially when you have the same passion for cars.
Of course.
It doesn't matter how old you are, what nationality you are, or any type of demographic. It's just the fact that you love cars. Hey, man, come on in, hang out.
Even that core people?
Yeah, even the court people, anybody. Hey, come on, man. Look, I'm kicking with you, man. I'm jocking your car.
You're
jocking your car,
bro.
Oh, man, I'm jocking your car more than I'm jocking mine, because I'm like having ideals for my Accord. You know? So
the color, love and hate relationship.
Yeah.
You love it. You want a black car.
I'll deal with the black car all day. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
Is this OG paint?
Oh, it's an OG paint, but it got resprayed.
Okay, cool.
It got resprayed, yeah.
Okay, so you did respray it.
It got resprayed, yeah.
And you resprayed it black.
Yeah, I had to. It was originally black, but it was I originally had to paint it Nighthawk black pearl, then come to find out I put the wrong paint code, then ended up being Granada black pearl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more of the brownish tint, which is nice too. But yeah, this car, man, this car came with the original leather. I redid the front seats, but the back are still original. So one of them has a little tear, but you know, I got another set at the shop. So
I'm sure you do.
I gotta have extras, man. You know, there's no more Integras in the junkyard, so I got most of the parts at my shop.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because people like you, man, just keep scavenging everything.
And, you know, for me as well, it kind of helped out the community too. Still have DAs. They always hit me up. Hey, you got this, got that. Let me check my stuff. Let me check my stash. You know, and that's how it is. Pretty soon I'm gonna have a big garage sale pretty soon, because I have so much stuff that we need to get rid of. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do a garage sale at the shop and get everybody to get rid of their stuff, and kind of bring everybody more together, and kind of like, oh man, spend some money.
And then you're gonna trade parts and get more stuff, and then
that's all we do.
Everybody leaves, and you're like, "Dad, the shop's still not empty." Like, what happened? Well, you traded.
I'd be like, I'm going there broke. I said, I don't want nothing.
I don't want nothing.
No.
Yeah, said no one ever.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, you know me, man. I can't stop. You know?
I love that.
Yeah.
The front end, what have you done to it?
The front end, I've only added the OEM front lip from Acura.
That's an OEM lip?
That's an OEM front lip. That's the only reason why that's the only reason why I haven't gone to a 92, 93 bumper like everybody else has. I was able to find one of these. Actually, I have two. I have two of them. This is actually my stunt double. I have the original at home at the shop, actually. I mean, because, you know, if you mess it up, I at least got the original one.
Interesting.
But, yeah, so this is the one. That's the only reason I stay with the 91 lip and everything. And it's kind of cool and everything. I like it. I've always wanted this lip when I had my first one, because I had a 91. I couldn't find this lip back in the day. You imagine that. Nowadays, I don't know how I even found this one.
It's like the Zenki type of, you know, before the pre-facelift. It reminds me of my 94 Acura as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody goes to the 96, yeah.
Yeah, they want to swap out. There's always that thing about it that everyone has.
That's awesome,
man.
Yeah. Looks nice.
You still got the JDM headlights.
I was about to say one-piece headlights?
You have to. I mean, it's a must with these cars. If you don't have it, it's kind of like, it's...
You don't have an Integra.
Yeah. It's just kind of like, why?
But it makes the car look so much different.
Yeah,
it does.
It gives a different look. I mean, I still like the three-piece ones too, but it's just one of those things. When you have one of this,
Don't lie.
I know. I have like 3 pieces sitting
You
around the
didn't,
shop.
you didn't even believe it yourself.
I tried. I think the only time I'll keep them, or I won't switch them if I know I'm not going to keep the car.
Okay.
If I know if I'm going to keep the car, I'm going to throw them on. If I'm not keeping it, I'm putting the 3-piece on. That's just a rule for me.
It looks so good. That one piece is just.
Yeah.
Now I'm not paying attention to them. They're long headlights, man.
Yeah, they're really long.
They're cool though. I like it. I mean,
it gives that look. Ever since back then, you say, "Oh man, you had to have them." Yeah.
it's mandatory.
Mandatory.
One piece headlights and maybe some SSRs, but we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
SSR. Yeah.
Suspension. What do you got going on?
Right now, I'm just on some Rev 9s and everything. I like the Rev 9s. People are kind of like, to me, they're underrated with suspension.
Okay.
It sits lower and it rides really good.
Okay.
I was a big function and form fan back in the day, but it just didn't sit low enough for me.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't sit you max it out, still not low enough.
What?
It just felt like, see, at least with this one, I'm right here.
Uh-huh.
But if I can go all the way down to here if I wanted to on the Rev 9s and it still sits good.
So how come you haven't?
Huh?
How come you haven't?
Oh, you know what? I did. Believe me, on my other ones, it's like that right now. For this one, I gotta keep this a little comfortable because this one I drive to LA a lot too, to go to the meets and all.
Yeah, man. If I can somewhat put my foot in there, you're not low enough.
It's not low enough. I know. My friend said, "Baggy, I'm good, man. I have to have like a practical height."
Nah, we're getting old. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I'm telling you, especially coming out of these cars, not easy.
Yeah. Yo.
God, it's like I just have to roll out like.
It's a whole routine.
Just roll out, just get on your knees and just get up later. It's kind of crazy, dude. It's like, and especially after long drives.
That's
funny. It's hilarious.
Wheel and tire setup. What we got going on?
Right now, I got some DE Chevron Racing mesh. These are 16x8 plus 15 offset, I believe. Running on 195/45 Continentals.
Full piece in the back right here, man.
Yeah, it's the OEM trunk lid spoiler, but this is actually Kevlar, because the original one.
Fancy.
Yeah, well, the original one, it's like the foam material that they had from the optional one from Acura, and the sad thing is, once the paint cracks, it's almost impossible to get it straight again because the foam is so like warped. And then at times too, like I've had people paint it over and over again. It's come out perfect, and then as soon as you close the trunk, it cracks. And that's how soft it is. So I ended up finding one, and a Kevlar one from some shop in NorCal, and then he's like, "Oh, I have his Kevlar." I'm like, "All right, I'll just take it." And then I put it on, and I was like, "Yeah, that's not gonna work." And I just took it to him. "Hey, just paint this black, dude. I don't like the way it looks." And he's like,
I'm sure it just stuck out like a sore thumb. Yeah,
man.
look at this.
If it's all black car, like, I don't know what I'm trying to do here. I'm like, I'm cool.
I like the paint match, Kevlar and things like that.
Yeah.
I like this. Looks good.
I just have to redo the tape on it and everything, and then. Yeah, man. For me, it's all I need.
It's very comfortable.
Yeah. And that's how I want it to be. Like say when you put the armrest down, I'm like,
Jesus, that's a flex. That's a real flex.
That's it. Right? When you're just chilling on the freeway, you're doing like 80, like, all right, cool, let's kick it. Then when it's time to downshift, okay, bring that shit down. We're going down to business, you know what I'm saying?
Turn off the AC and
turn off the headlights, turn everything that takes power.
The extra power that comes in.
And you're done from there. It's like, oh man, that's just how it goes.
As the cup is to our left, how is they don't mess with you?
You know what's funny? I haven't really,
Don't get nervous. I'm
an old guy.
You need to get true on.
I mean, I don't fit the profile.
Yeah.
I mean, you come at me, guy still has hair.
Yeah.
You're wearing sunglasses. Like, he looks old. Why not? It's like cheap. Unless you come out with the bald head, staring down people. Yeah, that's a whole different ball game. It's like,
it's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, your car is really, really comfortable for how slam it is.
It's not bad. That's why I was like, there's not much I would change on this car.
No, there's nothing you need to change.
I mean, I could always put another motor, but why? This motor's still going, like 238, still running strong.
Cherry, yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's like, I can't go wrong with this car.
A couple oil changes and that's it.
That's it. Just the maintenance on it, and that's all we really need. And, again, like I said, just change my axles. We're good to go. I think that's all I need to know.
You're in stock clutch and everything, right?
Yep.
Like OEM-ish.
Yeah.
SETI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If anything, I always try to keep everything OEM. It's good to have friends who work at Honda and everything. All right, cool. The cop's not gonna follow me, so.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I was waiting for the U-turn. I was waiting for a U-turn.
As I stood quiet.
I was like, I try to keep it quick. I'm running a straight pipe. You know what I'm saying?
There's a U-turn. We're done.
Oh yeah, we're done. I'm like, oh man, we're gonna go shopping center. You hungry?
Yeah, I'm always hungry.
Oh, me too, man. Shoot.
Man, it's great.
Not bad, man. I love it.
This is great. Thank you for the opportunity. This is Something cool. How long have you owned this car for?
I've had this car since I want to say 2000. I want to say 2014, 15.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's been a bit.
it's been a bit. My old friend actually gifted me this car back in the day. It was all stock and everything. So he said, I found a car for you. I said, what? He said, got this one. I said, man, are you kidding me? I'm like, I don't need another rabbit hole of a project, you know, because I said, no, man, I knew you used to have one. I'm like, when you look at that, like, oh, black 5-speed, leather. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, man. But you know what's funny, though? It took me a long time to build it up because I didn't have the money back then. I had other responsibilities and priorities I was taking care of. And then car sat, I got it painted, and then freaking around, you know, COVID time, I was trying to sell the car. I was trying to sell the car for like $2,500. Nobody wanted to buy it. And I was just like, you don't want to buy it? And they said, nobody. I was like, I even tried to trade for it. Nobody wanted it. And then all of a sudden, like after COVID, I got it painted, started working on it. Hey man, you're still selling your car? Yeah, 10 G's.
Not for 2,500.
Yeah, not for 25. I want 10 G's. And they're like, what do you mean 10 G's? I said, well, I mean, that's what it's going to take for you to take it off my hands back then.
Yeah.
Now,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. Oh, it is. And you know, for me, I just want to make sure, like, you know, my AC works in there full, you know, power steering, the whole nine. And I've gotten to the point, we changed all the bushings, all the motor mounts, everything to the point where it's pretty much cherry.
Yeah, it's cool that you kept the AC with the kswap in there, you know?
Gee, I wish I had a kswap in there. And then I won't be able to slam this thing. It'd be looking like a 4x4. I'd be like, this is ugly.
That'll look like my cord. All right, well, let's see if the interior, you don't mind.
Yeah,
it's
for
one
sure.
of my favorite parts. I've always said it, this generation seats, especially the cloth ones, are absolutely my favorite OEM seats.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of leather. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah. I wasn't either.
So clean when you have it. And if you don't drive it on, and the reason I'm not a big fan of leather is just because I used to daily drive my car on leather seats.
Yeah,
and when it gets hot, it gets hot, you know?
That's, imagine the black car.
But exactly. But if you don't have to, you know, like today's a beautiful cloudy day and you don't have to drive this every day.
No.
Oh, leather seats, they look good.
Yeah.
So what do we got on inside?
Yeah, inside just basically everything's stock. I got this little small steering wheel right here. I like. I saw Ray had one. I was like, dude, I gotta have this. I have long legs, hard to get out. And I liked it. And then I put those little aftermarket cup holders that people were making 3D on eBay, and I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I actually got that from Peach Enrique.
Yeah, Peach Enrique.
Yeah, he makes a lot.
That car is coming out banging.
That guy's amazing.
It's funny. I know you have to pause because Enrique's car is one of those cars that for this specific generation and this specific group of people, he's pushing the boundaries and limits, and you have to admit, like, it's freaking cool.
Oh, I love it. I mean, that's why I love that guy, if anything, because he does so much for our community. Because I mean, he makes a bunch of 3D parts that we can have, and the fact that he goes to all the wrecking yards, whether like 2 or 3 hours away, just to find parts for everybody.
I didn't realize how far it is until he showed it. I was like, that's when you realize.
And that's some serious dedication, you know. And I've supported him, and I've helped him sell some cars. He actually sold a car to one of my friends that he restored from up there, and he drove it down just to show you how reliable and how good his work is. So that says a lot. And to me, with him being in our community, we're just so blessed to have, man.
That's cool. Yeah.
Because there's not many people out there that are willing to do anything for this chassis. And so I mean, dude, that guy does everything. So
this seat comes with the this seat comes with the
you pull it out. Yeah, it came on that. That was like an optional one too. Yeah.
No.
That's the only reason why I haven't got the armrest in, because I wanted to do it. Yeah. So on the GS models, it came with that.
Oh my goodness! I thought the CRVs were the only ones.
This trip, right? It's kind of like when I'm cruising, like it's like I'm in like an armchair.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. So that's the only reason why I haven't got the armrest that everybody else has. It's just because I have that already.
What?
Yeah. So it's cool, man. That's one thing about the GSs and everything.
And you say you got the leather redone, huh?
Yeah, I got the front seats redone.
It matches perfectly.
Yeah, and the back is still that. And I have another rear set in the back at home at the shop actually. So the leather's nice. Technically, I did put it to cloth interior when I first got it, because the interior was all ripped up, and then after that I was like, no, I'll put it back to leather. Let's pay homage to my old LS 400 where I had it was all black on black too, with leather. So I was like, I'll put it back in there. And I liked it.
It's good. It's good. I really like the way you have it. It's a classic look. Yeah, man.
Yeah, if it gets hot, it gets hot. I know what I paid for. You pay to play, right?
Yeah.
You get burned.
Just put the windows down and you'll be fine.
Be all right. It's like
the initial 10 seconds, and after that, you're like, okay, good. I got my 2nd degree burn. I'm good.
I'm good. I'll deal with it later. Yeah, I'll peel the skin off.
Now this is cool. I really like the leather look on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it, and I like the black. I like the black more than the tan. But
yeah,
some people are rocking the tan very nicely. I mean, I'm thinking of my buddy Nestor with
Yeah.
Not this
It's
same
a green one.
generation. And it looks so good.
It looks
you know?
good.
It looks good.
Looks good on dark cars. I like tan. Like I had the one I saw. I was trying to get a one black on tan. I'd love to have that because it just has that classic look. Like it's more like
That
almost
outside
luxury.
Yeah, the outside green with the tan interior, grandma.
That's even better.
Now we like it. Now we like it.
Back in the day, oh man, it's ugly. It's like your grandma's car. It's your mom's car. You know, I was like, oh man, it's your mom's car. What you buying your mom's car for? Like, oh man, shut up.
Well, let's see the power. Let's see what mom was driving back in the day.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't think mom's gonna be driving a kswap Integra.
Yeah, don't. Hey, baby, watch out now. It's too much speed. It's too much power. It's too much power.
See?
Power steering, AC.
Look at that.
It's all stock. You pretty much have
Believe it or
everything.
not, this is more rare nowadays.
Yeah.
All of that stuff in that car like this, because everybody, you know, back in the day, Honda kids, we wanted to make it even lighter.
Yeah.
So we would just take out the AC, thinking
everything.
that was gonna make a big difference.
And you take all that stuff, ABS and all that, but hey, I still have it all in here. So
yeah, I don't have the ABS in my car, my coupe.
Oh yeah, you took it out.
It's so much faster.
Oh no way.
I mean, the power gain, you have no idea.
Oh man, okay, I think we're gonna have to be pulling that out of the other one.
You need to.
We're gonna have to pull it out. Yeah,
this one doesn't come with ABS, so
that's good.
we're fine.
Oh,
it's already
okay.
light.
Now I gotta go ABS delete. Okay, now you give me some other. Okay, that's cool. At least another little project. That's not too bad. So yeah.
Oh man. Well, what are we looking at, man?
You're just looking at a stock B18 motor with like 200, almost 40,000 miles on it. You know,
Damn.
AC still runs good. It's through a little stock DC head. A little DC header in there. Kept the stock intake in there. And then all I have in the back is what I think the exhaust I'm running now right now is the RSR exhaust from my EF.
It has a nice little rumble. Every time I hear this car, I'm like, yeah, this is exactly the way I picture one of these cars.
Yeah.
Slam on some, wheels, like that little,
the little raspy noise to it.
Raspy.
Yeah.
I always thought, I don't know if you thought about this, but every single time I look at one of these cars, the back taillights, it's only 2 bulbs, and I always think like, that cannot be safe. It doesn't look like there's not much visibility, man.
Right. It's true. It's weird how it rolls like that.
Well,
yeah, it's nothing too much. I actually had a B17 in here.
Oh, nice.
I did, but then it was kind of a rush job. I had my friend rebuilt it, and then he put it in. Didn't really get to test drive it. And then it sat for like 7 months, and I was so mad at myself because I knew already if I rush it, it's not going to be the way it's supposed to run. And sure enough, it sat, and then my buddy went to Vietnam and never came. He came back, but I had somebody else, my homie Cholo from Up Next. I say, hey, man, can you put my stock motor in? He said, what's good? I was like, man, it's been sitting. All right, let's go put it in. Put it back in, got everything running, no check engine lights. Man, we're back in business in 4 or 5 hours. And
it's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling.
I get what you're saying.
And I felt bad. I was like, never again. If I'm not going to change this more until it craps out. And right now, this thing just keeps moving. It'll never crap out. My goal one of these days is to drive this to San Francisco and back to a car meet, support the guys shows up there, and all that. And I want to come out there one time and just say what's up, and see if this car.
Yeah, this car is.
Yeah, so far, I mean, right now this car has been up and down LA, Inland Empire, everywhere for so long already. It's kind of like, I told my wife, I'm gonna drive this thing to Vegas, full AC watch. I think we'll make it.
I think we'll make it.
Yeah, I think we'll make it. If we go at night. If we go at night, we'll be all right.
Well, I'll see you there, honey. I'll fly, and then if you make it,
we'll go from there.
Yeah.
I'll take that chance later on, but not right now.
Yeah. Well, I like it. I like the fact that you have everything. It's fine. Not everything has to have 400 horsepower. No. And again, you're still driving this car. You're taking care of it. To me, that's better than anything because there's less and less of us every single year for different reasons. And if that means that we get to keep wrecks around in this car because it's reliable, that's even better.
Exactly.
Because I mean, people won't admit it, but when you start messing with it, and great if it works, but when it doesn't, people just lose their motivation. They get upset, angry because of money, the time to spend, and they just get rid of everything. They're like, just F it.
And that's what's sad nowadays. People just don't know how to just persevere and just fight it through. They just feel like they just want to give up already. It's like, man, why do that, man? You put so much time and effort into it. Why don't you just see it through? Yeah. And then decide afterwards. Because then it's kind of like, then you're going to have this void in your life or an incomplete, like, man, I should have completed that, or I should have done this. It's like all this woulda, shoulda, coulda. And it's kind of like, and that's where people, like nowadays, that's why people get in their fields again with these cars, because man, I had one, and people, oh, you remember I had it, and I was almost finished, but life happened. Yeah. Like I had to become an adult, had to be a student, or had to be a father or a parent, and all of a sudden, and they lose that motivation until they see it again, like, yo, what's up, man? This is this is taking me back. I was like, well, you have to remember where you came from too. You know, don't forget, you know, who you used to be. You know, this 9-to-5 grind is one thing, but don't forget, you need to just take time away and breathe. And just kind of reflect. I was like, okay, man, what am I trying to do here in life? You know, kind of like, am I just going to work for the rest of my life and not enjoy anything? And just die when it's all said and done? So I was like, you know, why wait to retire to enjoy life? Why don't we just do it now? People always say, save. What are we saving for? Well, if I died tomorrow, did I live with any regrets? You know, was I able to do everything I wanted to?
All our budget nerds like myself not agreeing with you. Like, what are you talking about?
Sometimes you just gotta
all the
look at
YOLO
it.
people are like, bro, finally somebody. You got like, you got people nodding their heads. Some people are like, nah, bro.
Hey, you know what? That's the thing. Don't hang out with me. I tell people, I said, the first thing you do, if you're looking to ask, I say, hey, should I buy this? Don't text me. Don't call me.
You know
Don't
the
do
answer.
anything. You don't want to know me. I'll be like, yo, man, do you have a job? I said, do you work hard? I said, why don't you play hard? You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have a job, then I could understand, you know?
No,
Then don't
right,
be spending. But if you have a job, you can do a hustle on the side. You know what I'm saying? Why not? Dude, that's what I told people. I said, don't kick it with me.
That it? That's the whole level. Do you have a job? Yes.
Yeah.
Then go.
There you go. I mean, you have kids. Yeah. Well, put that aside. Take care of everything.
Even if you
in
don't
your
have
life.
a job,
Do
do you
something.
like it? Yes. Okay. That's it.
Dude, I mean, like there's perfect examples. You look at Jeremy, you look at Bernie. I basically told Jeremy, I was telling Jeremy, hey man, you should just go kswap, man. You can rebuild your motor, just go kswap. He's like, really? I was like, dude, why not? And next, you know, here he got a kswap, and he just like, next thing, Bernie gets a kswap, and I'm like, oh man, it's going like wildfire. Let's go.
Now it's your turn.
Yeah, it's my turn. Well, I did my kswap, and I gave that to Bolo. Bolo has it. So I was the first one who did it, and that's why I got Jeremy into it. And then Jeremy told our other buddy Gary with his GSR, and then we got Bernie into it.
Well, you told me you picked up a CD5, right? So maybe it's time to do case up on that.
I was gonna think about doing that one right there too. I wouldn't mind.
Do you have a job?
You know what? I currently don't have a job. I just have a shop. I have a shop.
Don't change it on me. Do you have a job?
Yeah,
Do you like it?
I have a JOY. I have a joy. I mean, I have joy. I don't have a job. I have a joy. You know what I'm saying?
I love how the answers change for you.
You like that?
I know where you're going with this.
I know where you're going. I got you. You got me. That was good.
What are you saying for?
Yeah. So what are you saying for? I mean, honestly, dude. Like I said, I'm getting older already. I'm pushing. I'm already at 50. You know, I've lost a lot of friends.
For 50, bro.
Thanks, man. I had to, man, you know, because I lost a lot of friends. That's why I was doing those car shows, because I tell people, I don't want to see you at viewings and funerals anymore. I want to see you in happier spaces. And that's why I was trying to do these little car events, whatever, just to bring people out, just to reconnect and talk, because after COVID, people just didn't know how to talk and interact with people anymore. People were just like you were talking about. People were just talking out of their, you know, talking out of their butt and everything, and not realizing, hey, there's consequences to what you say. Yeah. You know, and you forget how, like, you know, how to be considerate and kind. And then you wonder why people are, you know, they can't do what we do and just talk organically. You know, it's hard for them. It's like, well, you have to get out there, you know, be out there and just be amongst people and just enjoy and just share what everybody else is into. It's kind of like, man, support.
So that we're losing that, but
yeah.
Hey man, I love the fact that you still have this motor. I don't have a problem with it. I don't care.
I mean, I'm with you there too. Yeah.
Keep driving it
all day.
We need one more in the road, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It makes noises by itself, huh?
Basically, you know, these old cars, they talk. They know. And everything. Why she won't start? See, I had it running the whole time. I was like,
no wonder you didn't turn it off for like an hour. Like, hey, bro, you gonna turn it off? Nah.
I got plenty of gas.
No wonder you were like, hey, let's look for a downhill.
So it's easy for us to push, all right? I thought you wanted me to go over there, man. There's a little incline, so just in case. It's cool, man.
All right, Rex, thank you so much for the time, man. It's you know, good vibes. As soon as you stepped out of your car when we first met, we talked for like 15 minutes, just nonstop, and obviously you're super easy to talk to.
Appreciate it.
A great positive, not so good, you know, peer pressure from you, because I feel like if we were to hang out, the answer is yes. Go buy that, man.
Let's go. Let's do it. You want to roll with you? Let's go. I'm ready to run for road trips all day, man.
Gosh,
I'm the wrong person to be with.
That's funny. That's funny. I love that. Yeah. Well, we appreciate your attitude. Appreciate what you're doing for this San Diego community and just the car community in general. Yeah. You know, we're hoping for nothing but, you know, good vibes from you, and it will continue to grow, because I have seen how much it has grown in just a couple of years. So keep at it, and again, thank you for the time, for just making, you know, the time today to share your story. And amazing build. I really like your car. It looks so good just rolling. So yeah, man, keep it on the road. Any shout outs?
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout outs definitely to my wife, Grace. Man, she's put up with a lot with all my cars and everything. I can't say enough. I mean, we battled it out, but at the same time, she knows this is what I love to do. And knowing that I have her support's great. You know, my daughter, Kaylee, she's been my rider for this since like forever. So it's kind of nice to see that my kids are with me. And my oldest one too, Alyssa, you know, Miss her a lot. She's in Irvine right now, so good luck to you. Special shout outs to my homie Ray from Speed. That's my cousin right there. So you guys try to pick up his merch and support. Also too, with our new shop, Real Time Garage, you know, my partner Desi, shout out to him. He's the one who's been motivating me, keep me going, keep me on track. You know, Bernie's been awesome supporter. Jeremy, all the guys from OSHG, it's our little chat group. It's called Old School Honda Group. And so it's just a bunch of guys out there who's been supporting what we've been doing. And there's so many names to even say there. There's Gary, Jeremy, you know, there's Chris, there's like 5 Chris's in there. There's like a couple of Rexes. I have there's 2 Rexes out there supporting me too. Yeah, there's 2 more Rexes. You know, and everybody's been helping me with the Rex Fest and all that. We didn't get a chance to talk about that too much, but that's just basically my shows that we're gonna start doing at Real Time Garage.
That's gonna be fun.
So again, for those I didn't get to do all the shout outs, man, I love all you guys and all the support and everybody. Man, I'm there, man. Whatever shows you got, I'm gonna try to be there and help you guys out and support, because man, all I want to do is bring the community together, whether it's San Diego, LA, OC, you know, Temecula, you know, far out there, like Elsinore, Inland Empire. No, it's all about, man, I just want to have this community just grow. Yeah. You know.
And you're doing a great job, man. So keep up the good work. And
appreciate it.
Again, I think I'm hoping that you continue it, that nothing happens and you lose motivation along the lines. But these 90s thing, man, 90s forever. We're stuck in it.
I can't move out, man. I'm still in the flannel right now. What are you talking about? No, I love it. I just love the 90s. It's just one of those things we just can't grow out of it. I've seen it, and now we're back into it again. So why not just like, you know,
but now we have money.
We have money to do it. See, now we did it. Money, just don't hang out with me. You'll have no money.
There you go.
You won't have any money with me. So
hey, build that Accord. Build that Accord that you got.
I'll see what's up, man. Hopefully my friend doesn't buy it from me. So we'll see.
Oh my God.
He came yesterday. I was just like, man, I was cleaning it. So we'll see. We'll see.
Nah. Keep it. Yeah. Let's go. JTCC bill. Here we go.
Okay. All right, man. All right. We'll see what's up then.
He's gonna sell it.
You'll see another car.
Another Integra.
You know me. I have cars all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the time, man. I really appreciate you, man. This was really fun, man.
Oh man, thanks for coming out, man. Definitely come out to our shop, man. Have some fun with us over there too. Get all the guys out there.
Hell yeah.
For sure.